So Coco's is the first bubble tea place I ever went to, and I did this back in Beijing back in 2012. Before that I'd never had it, I had no idea about it, but I just fell in love with it from the first sip. And ever since then I always look for places where I can grab it. And I had no idea it came from right here in Taiwan. That is so good. I haven't had one for a long time. With only 24 hours in Taiwan's largest city, there wasn't much for me to do but be a tourist and visit a few iconic spots. With a great train system, it's easy to get around this modern metropolis. So today I'm just relaxing in Taipei, Taiwan. It's the first time I've been back for over 4 years, so I'm just kind of getting the lay of the land again. But one place that I always love to visit when I'm here is called Elven Mountain. And this is because it is by far the best view you can get of the city. And I'm actually headed over there at sunset, so I should be able to get a really nice view of all the buildings lit up tonight, hopefully. Now the only bad thing about this place is that you actually have to walk uphill for quite a ways, but the view is definitely worth it. My only question now is, am I still in enough shape to actually do this? Well, I'm getting up there, but I'm having to take a lot of breaks, walk real slow. So one really nice thing about doing this really crazy hike up these stairs, it's not actually that far, it's just really steep for a while, but is that they have benches the whole way up, and it's actually got these massive lights along the trail that illuminate it so that you could do this hike at night, and it's pretty safe. So definitely something to keep in mind if you ever decide to do this walk here and get these incredible views. After my short night hike, I woke up the next day to get some steps in walking around the large pedestrian area known as Liberty Square. It was completed in the 1970s and served as a gathering spot for protests in the 80s and 90s when the country sought to become more democratic. There's a massive gate on one end with 3 main buildings. The National Theater and National Concert Hall are identical buildings on one end, and at the other sits the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. The white and blue colors from the walls, gate, and memorial are quite stunning. If you're only in the city for a day, this should definitely be on the list of places to visit. So I highly recommend, while you're visiting the city here, come over to the west side and see some of this perfectly preserved old streets so you can see what Taipei looked like probably 100 years ago. And it is really cool. It's a great spot for photos as well. Head over to see some of the older neighborhoods along the Danshui River in the Wanhua neighborhood. Walking these streets with their red brick buildings and archways will give you a feeling of what life was like during the Qing dynasty. There's also lots of shopping and markets to find yourself a good souvenir. I'm just here right now at Longan Temple, which is one of the oldest in the city, and this is a great way to see some of the more traditional preserved parts. This is almost 300 years old and was actually founded by the Chinese that came over here during the Qing dynasty from the mainland to the island. It's quite a cool place to check out. You don't have to pay anything. Just be respectful because people are in there worshiping. There has been a temple here since 1738 when the first Chinese settlers from Fujian arrived on the island. It has been rebuilt several times over the centuries as it was destroyed during fires, earthquakes, and war. One of the reasons this temple has been so popular throughout history is that it houses deities from several religions, including Taoist, Buddhist, and Confucian faiths. You can see many dragons and phoenixes carved into the structure as they represent a balance to life in traditional Chinese culture. Fire and water, life and death. It is so hot out here today. I can't tell you how much I appreciate these small parks around the city, even here in the business district, where I can just kind of sit down, get some shade, get some rest before I keep going. I am probably doing more walking than I should, especially with the temperatures out there today, but yeah, it's just so exciting when you get to visit a place that you really enjoy coming to. And it's been such a long time since I was here. I feel like I've got to run around and see everything, but you know, as far as traveling goes, you just have to keep things, you know, in perspective and take care of yourself and not get sick while you're doing it too. So just don't overdo it like I'm doing today. Thanks for joining me. Remember to stay safe, healthy, and happy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for joining me today. Life's a journey meant to be shared. Remember to always travel with an open heart and an open mind. Enjoy the ride and keep your eyes on the horizon for the next adventure. I'll see you out there.